Hey, and welcome back. All right, today I'm going to be starting year 2 of duping my polish pickup wish list, my January wish list. I really loved doing this series last year. It was one of the most fun series that I've done on my channel, and I just really enjoyed it. I loved shopping my stash. I'm going to be much more diligent this year shopping my stash, not just for polish pickup, but for all polishes, all indie polish releases. And I just had a lot of fun with it. So one thing that I kind of did last year, but I wasn't overly strict about it, but I'm going to be strict about it this year, is I'm not going to be watching any videos at all about polish pickup, at least not until it's over, and then I might go back just to kind of, support people that I enjoy watching. I'm not going to do that at all. All I'm going to do, which is kind of what I was doing last year, but like I said, I did stray a little bit. All I'm going to be doing is on Sunday, whenever Wishlist opens, I'm going to take my first look at all the swatches I'm going to go through, and if it doesn't immediately jump out at me, then I'm just not even going to, take a second look at it. And then the ones that seem more unique or interesting to me, those are the ones that I will then look further at all the swatches and decide if that's something that I want to add to my wish list and try to do. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, I only had 2 on my wish list. I don't know, nothing just really spoke to me except for one. One really spoke to me, and the other one I think is really pretty, but it's not necessarily a must-have. So let's go ahead and get started. One thing I did notice, they redid their website, and at the top it tells you what the theme is, so which they didn't do before. I know I said in a couple videos where I never know what the theme is because it doesn't say it anywhere, but right up at the top it says theme deadly plants, so that's interesting. All right, so the first one that I saw that I wanted to try to dupe is by 1422 Designs, Darling But Deadly. I've never purchased anything from this brand. Okay, so when I first look at it, it looks 2 different ways to me. Some of the pictures look like a very white jelly base, and then it has a very strong turquoisey shimmer, and then beautiful kind of like platinum flakes, or like hollow flakes. Then when I look at some of the other pictures, it doesn't look as white. It looks more kind of like a grayish base, maybe slightly purple in some of the pictures, but mostly just kind of like a gray base. And then some of them, instead of just the strong, beautiful turquoisey shimmer, I see a little bit of like a purple shift as well. So then when I read the description, it says, inspired by Lily of the Valley, a white crelly with purple, blue, green aurora shimmer and hollow flakes. So the purple shimmer that you see, and then the green aurora shimmer, and then also the hollow flakes. And it does say that it's a white crelly, not in any kind of gray base. Okay, so when I first was looking at it, immediately what came to mind was KB Shimmer's Up to Snow Good. And I pulled it out, and then I looked at it and I said, no, that's too gray purple based because it's meant to be a white crelly. So I set this aside, and then I was thinking of Fancy Gloss Aqua Goddess, because it's a kind of like milky white base, and then it's got that strong turquoisey shimmer, which I thought would be perfect. So this was my first attempt. I pulled this, and then to make it more opaque, I used 1 coat of Color Club's French Tips. I used this as a base. Then I did this on top, 2 coats of this on top, and then I added then I added Island P Abyss to get the purple, that purple aurora shimmer. And then to get the hollow flakies, I added Fair Maiden's Iced. And this is what it looks like. Now I will say this was not a good dupe. This has a very strong pink shift. Can you see that at angles? It's got a very strong pink shift. And when I swatch this over white, I don't know if it's coming across on camera, but it has a very strong pinky shift. And honestly, that pink shift just overtakes the whole polish, and it's a completely different look. I don't know, can you kind of see that pink at angles? I think the turquoisey shimmer is perfect. This is really nice, and this was perfect. However, that strong pink shift just changes the entire polish. Okay, so then I went back to square one, and I was thinking about this one again, and how it's got that beautiful, strong purpley blue shimmer, and then it's got the little tiny hollow flakes, and it's in that kind of tinted grayish base, but it's a little bit too gray for what the pictures show. So then I thought, okay, well, let me swatch it over the white and see if it can brighten this up. And then to get the green, I added IONP's Renegade. And then I did end up on top of that adding Fair Maiden's Ice, because although this one has little tiny hollow flakies, I felt like it wasn't enough, and so I added this. And then this is what it looked like. Now, honestly, I didn't love this. It just, I don't know, it looks weird over the white. It doesn't blend into it. Like it doesn't look cohesive, and it just looks like you put a tinted polish over white, like if that makes sense. It just didn't look right. So then I thought, okay, let me just try it without the white. I know it's gonna pull a little more purpley gray, but I was looking at the pictures again, and this one picture in particular really does look like a purpley gray. So I will put that picture up on the screen so you can know what I'm talking about. So then I just did that. I did 2 coats of this, the Up to No Good. And then I did, to pull in the green, I used IONP's Renegade again. Yeah, Renegade. Which this is more of like a bright limey green almost, and not quite turquoisey. So it is a different shade of green. And then I thought that was really pretty, but again, I wanted more of the hollow flaky, so then I added iced on top. And this is what you get. Now on the swatch wheel, I think it looks really nice. It's pretty similar to what you have. You have the soft grayish base, although like I said, in some of the pictures, it looks very white. And then other pictures, it looks more gray tinged. But then you also have that really pretty purple shimmer, that purpley blue shimmer that comes in here. And then with the Renegade, you see that green shimmer. So that's the one I decided to go with, and that's what's on my nails right now. Now I will say, this is beautiful, and I don't think it's coming across on camera because it's very subtle. The green, the green topper from Renegade is very, very subtle. You really hardly see it at all. My swatch pictures, I could not really get it to show up, and it's not wanting to come across on camera, but it does have a really pretty soft green sparkle. It's just not as strong as it is in the 1422 Designs polish. So I like this mani. I think it's a fairly decent attempt. I don't think it's spot on. I'm looking at these other pictures where it's really white, and I'm pretty sure that that's how it really is in real life. You know, sometimes with different swatchers and different lighting, pictures look different. So although this one picture, 2 of these pictures actually kind of look gray, like a gray leaning purple, almost all of them look like a strong white, or like a soft white, like it's white with that beautiful shimmer and then those icy flakes. So unfortunately, I don't think I did a very good dupe. I do really like this. I'm not going to be getting this polish. This is the one that I was like, oh, this is really pretty, but I don't feel strongly like I have to have it. So although my attempt wasn't perfect, I still know that I'm not going to be getting this one. All right, now the next one, let me move these out of the way. Now the next one is the one that I do feel strongly about. I think it's really interesting. It's very intriguing to me, very unique, and I am a little torn about this one. So this one is by Vanessa Molina, and it's Dangerous Beauty. So when I look at this, I see a really beautiful kind of like lime jelly base, and then it is full of these beautiful magenta flakies, these purple flakies. I see like gold flakies, and then I see little tiny, what looks to be almost like bluish flakies. It's just so pretty, so unique, very vibrant and interesting. Okay, so I tried 2 attempts. I started off with Simple Colors Sheer Truce to get that limey green jelly. And then I pulled out KB Shimmer's Soul Amazing, which you guys have seen me use this a lot in this duping series. This polish has come in clutch so many times. So I used this for the gold, the kind of goldy flakies. Then I pulled a Fancy Gloss Mesmer to get those beautiful magenta flakies. And then I didn't pull anything for the blue. I guess maybe I should have, but the blue is kind of subtle. Some of the pictures you really don't even see it. You mostly just see the magenta and the gold, and then of course the bright limey green. So this was what it looks like. And then I did top it again with the Sheer Truce just to give it a really jelly squishy feeling. Now I will say, this I feel like does encompass the overall vibe of it. It's got the colors, it's got the limey green. However, this is much less toned down. Like the Vanessa Milana, well, with the exception of one picture, which I'll put up on the screen in a minute. I'll talk about that in a second. All of the pictures just look so much more vibrant and punchy. So although the colors are right, it's more like a muted version, except for this one picture that I'm gonna put on the screen. I feel like this one picture is very muted and toned down and looks pretty good for my dupe. But like I said, all the other pictures are just a lot more vibrant and punchy and just more fun. So then I tried a second attempt. I thought, okay, well, to kind of punch it up, use undies. So I went with Color Club's Wee Limon, which is a bright lime green. And then I used the 2 flakies on top. And I thought it looked pretty good. However, it was just, it's not a jelly. It didn't have that squishiness, that really pretty glossy squishiness that comes with the jelly. So then after that, I tried to top it with the Sheer Truce to give it more of like a jelly sandwich look. And then this, unfortunately, really covered up all the flakies. So I don't think it looks as bad on camera as it looks in person, but in person it just looks weird. So I feel like the best one that I did was the first one. It's really close. It's just not vibrant. I'm still kind of really torn about this because this one is really beautiful. It's fun, it's unique, it's interesting. I definitely don't have anything like it. However, I feel like this, like I said, is pretty good. It's just missing that oomph factor. So I'm on the fence. I'm trying to do really good this year. Last year, I feel like I did really well. I only bought 9 polishes. And I want to do a little better, even better this year. So even though I only did 9 last year and I feel like that was amazing, I want to do even better this year. So I'm kind of like, I don't know, I'm debating if I really need this polish. I'm on the fence. It is $13 and I do have that I've set myself a hard limit. I will not go above $13. I touched on this last year in my videos that I refuse to go above $13. Even if it's just 50 cents, I'm not going to do it. So anything above $13, I'm not even going to contemplate. But I am thinking about this one. I'm leaning towards not getting it simply because I do have this one and I think this is fun and pretty and I do plan to wear this one. So I'm thinking of passing. So I don't think I'll be getting anything this month. Let me know down below what is on your wish list. What are you guys looking at? How are you guys approaching polish pickup this year? I'm really looking forward to duping more and trying to get better at duping and just trying to not buy, even though I didn't buy much last year, I want to do even better and not buy as much this year. So anyways, leave any comments down below. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video.